National Football League's Houston Texans posted their first winning season last year, and they joined the rest of the league at this weekend's NFL draft. But as the teams enter the first year without a salary cap, the financial playing field is different than ever before. Joining us now from Houston is the owner of the Texans, Bob McNair. Mr. McNair, welcome to Bloomberg News. Thank you for coming on, sir.
Thank you very much. Nice to be with you.
Sir, before we get in the business of sports, I just have to ask your thoughts about a story that moved earlier today that the district attorney down in, I believe it's Georgia, said that Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger won't be prosecuted following an almost 6-week investigation into an allegation of sexual assault. I know you can't talk about that specifically because Mr. Roethlisberger obviously does not play for your team, but I'm wondering how does the league and individual teams, how did they impress upon their players not to get themselves into certain situations to begin with?
Well, we have meetings with them, and we have a development program. We spend time with them, but we try to get them to understand, though, that whatever they do will be front page news, even if it's something very minor as opposed to something that might be serious. So we look very closely at their history and their background to see if they've had any history of arrests or drug abuse or domestic violence or anything of that nature. And when we look at players we're going to draft, we give that tremendous consideration. We don't want to draft problems.
Bob, I want to turn to the issue of the lack of salary cap in the NFL. And even given that, there hasn't been really crazy spending when we've been looking at what we've heard about thus far. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think a couple of things. Number one, most teams are kind of stressed economically, and they don't have the money that they've had previously. I think the second thing is there are not as many unrestricted free agents because free agency went from 4 years to 6 years with the CBA expiring. So there were fewer players out there, and there were fewer teams that were in the position to go out and spend a lot of money. So I think it was sort of a natural consequence.
Sir, give us a sense of how the economy affected the Houston Texans. Do you have to be tighter with your budget in these economic times, specifically drafting free agents, or just going to the draft and perhaps maybe signing younger players for less money?
Yes, we've been very sensitive to the fact that if we go out and spend more money, we have to pass that cost on and generate more revenue, and of course that comes from our fans, and we're very sensitive to the fact that many of our fans are suffering. And so we have tried to hold our costs down, and I think a lot of other teams have experienced the same sort of thing. Many corporations also don't want to be subjected to criticism for going out and buying a suite when they've laid people off.
Right.
And even though it's part of their business and it's something that they probably should be doing, in many cases they would be criticized. So they're very sensitive about that. So I think all of us have been very much concerned about holding our costs down.
Yeah, even though the Texans have not fared that well since they came into existence, you have a very loyal fan base. As you mentioned, a lot of fans are suffering. Talk to us about that loyalty and people coming out even when they don't have that much disposable income.
Well, I think they know that we're very much concerned about the situation and the fact that, you know, we've tried to hold our ticket prices down. We're about the average in the league, even though, you know, we're the 4th largest city in the country, and we have those costs that go along with being part of a large city. But we have been successful in holding our costs down. And we've shown improvement in the performance of our team, and I think our fans recognize that we're trying to build a team through the draft. That does take a little longer, and they've been pretty patient, but we're excited, and, you know, we're ready to be a big winner, and, you know, we didn't get in it to lose football games. We got in it to win, and we're ready for that.